All right, at this stage, I'm going to bring up the actual speaker and want to do a dry fit to make sure the hole is perfect and, you know, it's not, sometimes if you cut a little bit too tight, you need to adjust it again. So before you connect the wires, you want to make sure the speaker actually fits in the hole. Wire strippers for preparing the wire, and then you want to drill to do, these are the flaps I was talking about. Sometimes a good tip too is you might want to loosen back a little bit before tightening. These things you don't want to over tighten also. The drill is very helpful because, so once you get the thing in the hole and you open up a few of these flaps, then at least you don't have to hold the speaker in anymore. You can, you know, you can let it go. You want to get this thing close to tight, but don't over tighten it because I've seen these things snap often and you're kind of screwed if that happens. So you want to get it close to tight, and then I've got my screwdriver, the regular handle, in my pocket somewhere to do the final parts, you know, by hand. So I'll loosen this. These need to be completely closed to get it in the hole, obviously. Kind of a juggling act up here. Be careful with everything. Alright, step one, speaker fits, it's gonna look good. One thing just to note too, your hands get dirty with this. It's a nice white sealing here. You try not to touch anything, clean your hands before, use gloves, whatever you gotta do, because fingerprints are just not professional when it's all, you know, finished product. Just do this here. Stripping the wire, the whole technique to that, but you know, you want to use your own technique and figure out how to strip the wire a nice way without leaving any nicks in the wire. Okay. So sometimes we run, you know, this 14-4 wire, and just to make use of all the wires, I'll double it up. For audio, it's nice. So I'll do the red and the white with the black and the green for negative and positive. This isn't a very long run, but for longer runs, the extra speaker wire in there, the you know, thicker gauge is better for the audio to have a thicker gauge with that wire. So this going. Is now joined together. I'm going to leave, I don't know, about an inch stripped, depending on what the terminals. Some of them have little spring clips, some of them have, you know, there's different ways that the terminals on the back of the speaker can go in. Another thing, a lot of speakers will have a plastic protection cover, which is just good. You know, that's a dust cover if you put these in before the painters do their stuff. There's then a grill that goes on this as well. Make sure you take this off because this will sound very funny if this is on later on when the speaker's on. Terminals are nice little gold spring clips, which are pretty easy. Also, think about the wire too. You want to, if you can, you know, leave the wire reasonably long so that you can work comfortably. Otherwise, if I cut it this short up here, I'd be, you know, having to work up here like this and get it. If you got a little surface, you know, length on it, it's easier to work with. All right, the wires are connected. No shorts or anything, it looks good. We are ready. These things actually have an up and down too. Not so important. I think this tweeter might be aimable as well. I thought that was falling. Okay, thank you. All right, so 4 clips. I was saying too, if you tighten this too fast right now, if it gets tight too quick, it's because it didn't fully open and it's just tightening on itself. So you want to maybe reverse a little bit to loosen it, and then go to the back and no, bringing the clip in, back it off a little bit too. You don't want to overly tighten one side and then go to the next side because then you know, you could break something that way too. So that's the loose. it jump like that. You can strip the screw, but it's not that big a deal. I'm going to take my hand driver and the final touches. And that is it. Last steps with this thing are to do you can get it a moist paper towel, dust around the edge, and then can you grab the grill? Keep filming. This is another thing. Again, fingerprints. Be very aware of that. On a lot of speakers, you've got this felt also. This can stay in here. I think it blocks the speaker a little bit better. These grills are paintable. You can do it with like an airbrush, or if you take regular paint and water it down a little bit. And the most important thing is not to clog the whole holes in the grill. Also, if you're going to paint it, you got to peel this thing out, and you probably won't put it back. It'll just look too funny. So yeah, painters will know what to do with this. It looks pretty good to match the walls, but sometimes it can get clogged and look a little bit uneven. But since this is a nice white ceiling and white grill, no bezels around it, no fingerprints, that's a finished product. And that's one of them, so next one is next.